Hi guys, it's Mimi here and welcome to Geeklightful. Since I've seen the second season of Stranger Things, I've been wanting to make the triple-decker Eggo Extravaganza that Hopper makes for 11. I don't know about you guys, but I love the second season of Stranger Things so much. I almost loved it even more than the first season, which was really hard to beat. I don't want to tell any spoilers, but I just loved how in the second season they started putting different characters together, and I just loved it, and it was so funny and exciting and scary at the same time. It was so amazing. I have to watch it a second time, but I really don't have enough time right now, so I decided to make a quick video for you guys. This is not my usual type of tutorials, it's more of a watch me craft because I actually recorded the instructions while I was filming, so it's not the typical voiceover. I have already done an Eggo tutorial, but now I wanted to make it even smaller with all the jelly beans and the chocolate chips. I hope you guys will enjoy it, have fun, and here we go. First of all, you're going to need a little ceramic plate. I bought mine on eBay. Then you're going to need a mini round cookie cutter, making sure that it fits in your plate. To make the Eggos, I'm using this clay that I already mixed a while back. It's a mixture of white, a bit of translucent, and a little bit of yellow. So now I'm making some little balls of clay and I'm trying to make them a similar size. Now that my little balls are ready, I'm going to use this mold that I made a while back when I made my first Stranger Things tutorial. I'm going to link the tutorial in the description box so you can go and check out how to make this. First, I'm putting some baby powder on my mold so this way the clay won't stick to it. And now I'm going to push my little ball of clay right in the middle of my mold and push the other mold on top so both sides will be textured. So I'm going to use my little round cookie cutter to cut out the right size of waffles. I'm going to add a bit of detail around the Eggo where there usually is a little line. So to create the line, I'm going to make two lines, one on the top of my Eggo and one at the bottom. So this way it creates a little line right in the middle of my Eggo. Then I'm using a little piece of very fine sandpaper to add some texture on the top and the sides of my Eggo. Now all my little Eggos are textured and ready to be colored with some soft pastels. I'm going to use a little bit of tan and yellow to color them. You really don't want to put too much soft pastels because Eggos are a pretty light color, so I'm just adding a little bit of color. Now all my little Eggos have a base yellow color. I'm going to add a little bit of orange browns to give it a little baked look like they just got out of the toaster. So I'm going to bake these for only 5 minutes just so they are a bit more solid when I place them in the plates with the fake frosting in between. To make the jelly beans, I'm going to use a little bit of color with a lot of translucent clay so this way my jelly beans will be a bit translucent like the real ones. You can always adjust the color by adding a little more clay and mixing it until you have the right color that you want. To make the little jelly beans, I'm going to take a piece of this green clay and roll it into a snake. Then I'm cutting out little pieces of similar sizes. I'm going to roll each of them into a little ball. Then I'm rolling it into a little snake. Then I'm pushing a little indent in the center with my knitting needle. I'm going to do the same thing with all of my jelly bean colors. Now that all my jelly beans are ready, I'm going to bake them for 5 minutes. For the miniature chocolate chips, I'm mixing a bit of black and some brown together to make the dark brown chocolate color. Then I'm making a little log out of my new clay. Then I'm cutting tiny bits of clay that I'm going to turn into chocolate chips in a few seconds. First, I'm going to make a little ball. Then I'm rolling one end to make it pointy, and then flattening the bottom with my thumb. Now that all my little chocolate chips are ready, I'm going to bake them for 5 minutes. So I have my chocolate chips, my jelly beans, Eggos, and a little plate to assemble my dessert. First, I'm going to take a bit of white fake frosting that I made beforehand, and I'm going to apply it on the bottom Eggo. I'm going to put a few candies on the side of this bottom layer, just like this. Then I'm going to do the same thing for the middle layer. For the top layer, I'm only going to put some in the middle of my Eggo to make sure that we really see that it's an Eggo underneath. Now I'm going to decorate my Eggo, and it's so fun to just put all the little things on here. Now that all my layers are ready, I'm going to put some translucent liquid Sculpey in my plate to make sure that everything stays in place. I'm putting a bit more TLS in the middle to make sure that the second layer really sticks on top of this one. And now we're ready for the last layer of Eggos. Now I'm going to add a bit more jelly beans and chocolate chips on this side to make sure that it looks super yummy. Now I'm going to bake it for 30 minutes. Now that my charm is baked, it is time to add a layer of glaze. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. You can click on the link in the description box for my first Stranger Things tutorial. This time I didn't have the time to make all the little 80s references that I made in the last video, but I hope you guys still enjoyed it. If you want to see more DIYs and vlogs, ASMRs, and actually a lot of kinds of videos, you can click the subscribe button. I always love talking to you guys in the comments also, but please be careful not to put any spoilers for Stranger Things in case someone hasn't already binged the second season, which would be quite surprising. But we never know, and we don't want to ruin it for anybody. So I love you guys so much. Have a beautiful day, and God bless you. Bye!